Hello and welcome to my extremely subjective review of The Darkness in 2024. The Darkness was released on June 2007 on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 by Starbreeze Studios, the developers of such games as The Chronicles of Riddick, Syndicate, and most recent the Payday series. The game is loosely based on comic book series with the same name. The comics have much more supernatural element than the game does, and some of the characters are also much different. The Darkness story puts you in the shoes of Jackie Estacado, a mafia enforcer for the Franchetti crime family. At the start of the game, Jack is immediately betrayed and targeted for the assassination by the Franchetti crime family Don, Uncle Polly. This is also when Jackie gets possessed by the darkness and receives his dark powers. Without me spoiling too much of the story for this now 17-year-old game, the rest of the game is about Jackie getting revenge on his Uncle Polly and corrupt police chief called Eddie Shrewd. The main story of the game is divided between Jackie trying to get revenge and Jackie trying to learn more about the darkness so that he can learn how to keep it under control. The story of the Darkness is standard revenge story with a mix of supernatural elements. But what makes the story interesting is the well-written dialogue and interesting characters. The way Jackie is written and all other characters, it really feels like you are playing a mafia movie from the 80s and the 90s. The Darkness approach to world building and immersing player into its world is great. In a lot of games, players learn about the world only from talking to different characters, which is something that you can also do in the Darkness. But this is only one of the multiple ways the game can immerse its player into the world. By exploring the world, the players will find different phone numbers which they then can call by using any of the many payphones found in the subway. The phone calls range from being funny to serious and everything in between, but they also give you a feeling about what kind of people inhabits the world. Another way the game immerses player into the world is by having TVs that player can watch with multiple TV stations. On TV you can watch anything from old movies, cartoons, or even music videos. The Darkness is a capable first-person shooter with a great dual-wielding mechanic for the smaller guns like pistols and SMGs. The great thing about dual-wielding pistols and SMGs is that you will dynamically change to different types of pistols and SMGs when you run out of bullets or when you are changing the magazine. During the game, you will be able to wield everything from pistols to shotguns to assault rifles to SMGs and even some World War I weapons like bolt-action rifle and C96 pistols. All guns are impactful and feels great to use. But the best part about the gameplay is using the darkness abilities alongside the shooting. There are multiple dark powers you will get during the course of the game. You start the game with two abilities. One ability lets you summon a Darkling, which is a goblin-looking creature that will attack the enemies with his melee weapon, and the other is called Creeping Darkness, which is one of the two tentacle heads that you can detach from your body and use it to scout or kill enemies by biting their throats or even their face. You are also able to use Creeping Darkness to devour enemies' hearts, which in turn will make the darkness stronger. But the game does not tell us how many hearts we need to devour in order to make the darkness stronger. Devouring hearts also restore your health, but this is not really necessary, because the game is using regenerative health systems similar to the other FPS games from that period. If you are able to hide or break the enemy's line of sight, you will automatically recover all of your health after a few seconds. I'm not a big fan of this system and prefer to be able to see exactly how much health I have instead of entire screen getting red when I'm injured or about to die. Besides fighting the enemies, you will also explore this game version of New York City. There are two subway stations that works as hub system where you can meet and talk to other NPCs and can traverse to the upper city areas of New York. You can roam freely between upper city areas and subway stations, which are all very well connected. Unfortunately, I did find upper city pretty empty and there is nothing much to do except fighting with enemies now and then. Besides the New York City and the subway, you also get to explore the other world, which looks like a bleak and hellish version of World War I. Here you will be fighting German zombie soldiers with appropriate World War I weapons. but there are also some NPCs on the British side that you will be able to talk to. The World of Darkness has this realistic and gritty art design from the early 2000s that I really enjoy. The look and feel of the game really reminds me of another great game from that period called Vampire Masquerade: The Bloodlines. Both games have this semi-realistic with a slash of gothic art design. Graphics are a bit outdated compared to the games today, but I really think they have held up well considering the game is 17 years old. I also enjoy the look of the other world. They have managed to capture how brutal and bleak World War I battlefield can be, but with even more disturbing and hellish supernatural elements on top of it. The gun sound design is great, which makes all weapons feel even more impactful. Ambient sound is great as well, and is well suited for the dark atmosphere of the game. All voice acting in the game is top notch, which makes the game world much more believable and immersive. I especially like the voices of the Darkness and Jackie. I also enjoyed music a lot and think that is very well suited for the world of Darkness. The Darkness is not a long game by any stretch of imagination, but it is a well-paced and it doesn't overstay its welcome. To complete the main story without doing any side content will take about 10 hours, but if you wish to gather all collectibles and complete every side quest in the game, then that will take you closer to 19 hours. The price for the game in 2024 is not high comparing to the newer games, but it does vary a bit. On Amazon, I was able to find PlayStation 3 copy for as low as $7, but the Xbox 360 version cost a bit more at $28. So as you can see, the price can be quite different depending on where you buy the game from, as well as which version of the game you wish to buy. When it comes to the digital versions, you're able to buy it on Xbox for $20. The Darkness was only released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but if you do not have or do not wish to dust off your old PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 console, then there are still a couple of different ways you can play The Darkness in 2024. If you want to play the Xbox 360 version of the game, then you can do that on the Xbox One X by using the backwards compatibility feature. This will also let you play the game on 1080p with 60 frames per second. If you wish to play the PlayStation 3 version, then you can do that on the PlayStation 5, but you will need to have PlayStation Plus Premium subscription and also stable internet connection, because you will be streaming The Darkness from a PlayStation 3. Beyond playing The Darkness on new generation consoles, there is also one more way you can play the game, and that is on a PC by using PlayStation 3 emulator RPCS3 and Xbox 360 emulator Xenia. The good thing about playing on a PC via emulator is that you can upscale the resolution and play at the higher frame rate. All in all, The Darkness is a great game, and it is considered a cult classic for a reason. I really enjoyed my time with the game a lot and cannot recommend it enough. Considering the game is 17 years old now, I really think The Darkness have held up very well, and I had as much fun playing today as I did 17 years ago. With that said, I would give this game 8 out of 10. It is an amazing and immersive game, but not without its faults. This will be it for my review of The Darkness, so thank you everybody for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed my content. Thank you.